Hello, 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 hello. Welcome to Discipleship 101. This is a workshop to show you all how to navigate the platform. My name is Kareem
And
Flowers,
my name is Daniel Chen.
and we hope that you've been enjoying the training so far. I know especially Monday's session was just awesome. We learned about um, teaching and praying in the name
Mm-hmm.
of Jesus.
Yes.
That
And the
really
blood.
the blood. I think what God is really doing, He is really showing us more perfectly some things that we've been doing wrong all this time in innocence,
Right.
but God is just showing us what's His mind, and He's teaching us the scriptures. I think this training is just so timely because there's a lot of preaching in the body of Christ, so much
Mm-hmm.
going on. And so many of us, we know we have a gift. I know I have a calling, but how do I operate in my calling?
Right.
I may be a teacher, I may be a prophet, and never really had someone to guide me, never had
Mm-hmm.
someone to mentor me, and so many of us have gifts and not even realize that we have that gift. And so this training is designed to bring that out, whatever your calling is. And
Yes.
so we pray that you've been enjoying it so far. This training is actually going to go deeper as it progresses because we have to really focus in on the giftings, the activities, the assignments, the forms are gonna get really gift specific
Mm-hmm.
soon, and the training is gonna be even more intensive. I know some of you have expressed, the trauma that you're going through, trying to figure out how to post your assignments, trying to just keep up. But don't worry, we're mindful of all the things that you have to do. We know that one of the things that you had to do was the 20 witnessing. You had
Mm-hmm.
assignment. You had to witness to 20 people. And we've been seeing some of the responses in the forum, and that has really impacted us in a special way. We're
Mm.
learning, we're of course facilitators, but we communicate with the trainer, Dr. Mary Banks, quite a bit about this course,
Yes.
and we're learning now more perfectly even how to train you. So keep expressing yourself. Remember, you're not alone in this training. And so, as I said earlier, this training is specifically for those individuals that are having issues navigating the platform.
Right.
We sent out a couple of emails. We had our first email, um, kind of what it had a video in there, and it showed you. It just basically gave you an overview of everything the course is about. And then it also had a walkthrough, and that
Yes.
walkthrough showed you how to get to the platform. But about last week, we did another video,
Mm-hmm.
and this other video now shows you actually how to navigate the platform.
Okay.
But still, some have communicated issues, and so we're gonna do just a snail paced walkthrough of everything Sons.Training, from signing up to accessing the platform where
Mm-hmm.
all of your assignments is, and understanding every single section you see on the platform. And so at this time, I'm gonna
Oh,
turn over to
jeez.
Daniel. We'll be working together in this, and I want you to know that this is not really supposed to be um, just us talking. It's really for you. So
Yes.
if you have your questions, you can go ahead and put them in the comment section. um, some of you may have questions for other people or something that's not very clear. It may not be about navigating the platform. It could be about the training itself, and just something you are wondering. Go ahead and put your questions in the comment section, and when we see them, we'll address them. All right, cool. Go ahead, Dan.
Amen. Okay. So welcome everybody. I see a few people online. That's good. Like Kareem said, let's make this very interactive.
Yes.
We don't want it to just be, we're just walking through the site and you still leave here with questions.
Yes.
This session is for you guys. We're here and we'll spend all night if we have to.
Yes.
Hopefully not. We'll spend all night if we have to. Just to make sure that you're able to navigate this platform
Mhm.
and then this video will be available later on
Yes, it will
as
be
well, so that
archived.
you can watch it again, and so yeah, the video that we sent out last week, was it?
Yes.
um if you have not seen that video as yet, I encourage you to look at that video. It
Mhm.
gives a rough overview. I've heard that it's a little fast paced,
Mhm.
which is another reason why I'm here, why we're here. But keep that video handy, just in case you want to get information about the grading and the structure of the
Yes.
course and stuff like that.
Mhm.
But what we're gonna do today, again, like he said, put your questions in, and as soon as we see them, we'll get to it. Or if it's gonna come down the line, we'll let you know. But please put your questions in. Where is it that you're having problems? Is it in the
Yes.
assignments? Is it just logging in? Is it
Mhm.
getting access to the different things along the week? Is it that you're not getting the emails? Please let us know.
Mhm.
Where is it that you're having the problems?
Yes, and as I said earlier, it may not be specifically about navigation, but it could
Right.
be something about when will I know if I've passed, or
Yeah.
it could be just various questions that you have about the training, and we'll get to it. All right. I want to also mention in that email that we sent out, that video that showed you how to navigate. There's also it's also in written form with
Mm.
pictures. So even if the video is a bit fast paced for you, you can
Right.
always
Right.
refer to that document that has step by step how to do everything with pictures and with
Yes.
big red arrows, so you can know where to find what and
Yes.
what does what. All right.
Alrighty, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna start from scratch.
Mhm.
We're gonna go from a brand new account. So if it is that you're just not able to sign up at all,
Yeah.
we're gonna give you a walkthrough of that. So get your computers ready. Hopefully you're watching this on your phone and you're doing it on your laptop or vice versa, whichever way you want to do it. Um, but that's the most effective way to do it. So we're gonna get right into it. So um, let's do this here. So as you see here, this is the Sons.Training website.
Mhm.
This is the full page. Yes. So you may be more familiar with this. Uh, you can go ahead and click on Join Now. So if you scroll down the first page that you see, you're gonna see several buttons that say Join Now, as it gives more information about the site. But it's the same button at the top, so you can just hit Join Now right here.
Mhm. And for those of you that may be wondering, the website is Sons.Training. There's no .com involved.
Right.
It's just Sons.Training. Mm-hmm.
Right. So right here, you're gonna see two plans. You're gonna see a pro membership and a free.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the pro membership is for those who want to contribute at $20 every month. Those who are able to cover the fees of the course and the
Yes.
us streaming and all that stuff. Um, but we made a clause at the request of the apostle made this clause.
Yes.
Dr. Banks, because she didn't want it to just be limited to just people who are able to afford it,
Yes.
afford $20 a month. She made an option that if you really cannot make that, then she did make a free option here.
Mm-hmm.
So
What does it say?
it says, and you have to actually read this because you're making an agreement here
Yeah.
with the Lord.
It's a covenant. Whoa.
It's a vow.
Mm-hmm.
So it says, Father, at this time you have not blessed me to be able to donate anything to this site. I know my giving would be for the sake of others who are unable to give, to freely receive this training. However, when you bless me, I will gladly contribute and pay this vow. I click on this. To click on this link is to say amen to the prayer above. In Jesus' name, amen.
Wow.
All right. So if that is
That is.
if that
Wow.
is your cry,
Mm-hmm.
then for demonstration's sake, I'm gonna go by the free option. I'm gonna hit next, and this now is gonna take me to sign up a brand new account. So I'm gonna put a username as tester. First name, I'll put my name, and email address is gonna be
We have one here testing this Sons Training.
testing this
Sons
Sons.Training
at Gmail.
at gmail.com. Can you check if there's any questions so far?
Okay. Put it up.
And we're going to put a password in. Alrighty. So it gives you a summary here. It tells you about your payment plan just to confirm and final amount payable. I'm going to hit submit.
Yes, a lot of people are actually thanking us for this training.
Alright,
Amen.
so
But no questions so far.
okay, great. Let me know if you're all following. Keep it coming. Let me know, because when you stop talking, that's when I'm gonna think something is wrong. So I just showed you guys how to make an account, pretty much. And when you make an account, as you noticed before on the home page, there was no video to watch, but now there's a video to watch because now you're logged in. Now you're a member of the site, and you're able to access the site from a whole different angle now.
And there's also a sign that you're logged in. If you look at the top right corner,
Yes.
you'll see Daniel Chen in this case. So that's his account
So
name.
right up there.
Yeah.
Up there.
Yeah. Wow. Very good. Yeah, so you'll see his name. Remember when he was signing up, he had to put his name, his
Right.
first name and last name. And so now that is visible in the top right corner. You have a little icon, which is a person basically.
Yes.
An icon there and his name. That's how you know you're signed in. If you do not see that, it will say log in.
Exactly.
And it's important that you log in before you do anything in this site.
Exactly. All right. So once you're logged in, there's a button that will take you straight into your training course, and that's where you're gonna want to go to access your assignments, the previous videos, the journal, all these things you hear us talking about. That's where you're gonna go. You're gonna click this button that says training course.
Yes, can I just say something on that? The reason why it's so important to click that training course is because Sons Training is more than just this training.
Right.
Like there are various videos, various things you can access on the site itself. So this button is specifically for this 40-week training, this discipleship 101. So you click that button to access it.
Yes. All right. So I'm gonna click it, and I'm gonna show you what I see. Okay. I clicked it.
Yes, people are saying they're following.
Okay,
Yes,
great,
following
great,
clearly,
great, great. All right. So now that you click it, it will automatically take you over to Sons.Training Discipleship 101, which is the name of this course.
Yes.
All right. So what you're gonna do? This is all in the written document. So if you got the email last week, just go back in there, dig it up, hit the button that says "Click here to open document." So the first thing it's gonna ask you to do is enroll, sign up for the course. So you're gonna hit a button that says enroll me. I'm gonna make it a little larger so people can see. Enroll me here, right below the picture here. Click on enroll. Please forgive my internet. It's a bit under the weather. Alrighty. This thing is gonna come up telling you that you can message people on the website and stuff like that. Feel free to ignore it. Just click this X or End tour, or if you want to take the tour, fine. Okay, next. It's gonna talk about the messaging.
Yeah. Explain the tour for.
Oh, the tour is like, because you're a brand new person on the site, it's gonna show you some of the features
Yeah.
of the site.
So basically, show you what some of the buttons do and where
Right.
to find certain things. So if you really want to understand the platform better, you can do that. For example, right now on the screen you see messaging. It shows you this messaging section, and it will show you just where various things are. But you really don't have to take this tour because we are giving you a
That's
tour
right. You have
now.
a better tour.
Yes, you have a better tour, and it may send you to features that we don't necessarily use in
Yes.
this course. So you don't have to take the tour.
Amen. So I'm gonna hit End tour right here. Now once that's over, you can feel free to look around.
You're officially at the platform.
Yay. you've logged in. So you're gonna see. So the first thing you're gonna see is your introduction,
Mhm.
right? So if you look up here, this is what we talk about the menu. If you hear us talk about the menu, it's gonna be up here where you see home, courses,
Mhm.
library, training. That's the menu. And if we talk about the sidebar, anytime during this course, that's this thing on the left side, this big purple thing that goes all the way down the website.
Okay.
It's little shortcuts to get to other things on the website.
Mhm.
Alrighty? So, in your introduction, you're gonna see the first thing you're gonna see is announcements. So, in your announcements, if I click on it, I just clicked it,
Mhm.
you're gonna see different announcements or different things that might like important notice boards, like a little notice board where you can come in here and see all the announcements, present announcements, the breaking news, as well as the past announcements, just in case you missed anything.
Mhm.
And if I click on week one announcement, it's gonna show me this here. This was the first announcement. That the first assignment. I think they got an extension on this.
Yes, yes. Something that you really have to look out for concerning the assignments, sorry, not the assignments, the announcements, is that all your emails, the emails that you get, we're going to start storing them in this section. We're going to store them in this section. So if you received an email, you also can check it in the announcement section so that you can so that eventually you won't necessarily have to check your email. You can go straight to this announcement section. And so, but to do that, you'd have to check it regularly. And that's why we want you to understand the platform so well so that you can know when to check something and check it regularly. Um, so, how do you return from this though?
Okay, to return, you have about three options.
Okay,
If you look right up here, you see some little tiny writing
in gray.
in gray. So it's a little hard to see. It's not really supposed to be that visible. But if you look up here, there's anytime you see DIS 101, if
Mm-hmm.
you click on that, it's gonna take you straight back to the home page of the course.
Yes.
I can click there, or I can go to the sidebar and click DIS 101 over here,
Okay.
or I can go up in courses and click on this one, Sons.Training Discipleship 101.
Okay, so which one do you suggest that they use regularly?
I find myself using this one over here.
Me too. I use the sidebar.
Right, so look for this big purple icon with the big graduate hat and click on it, and it will take you back to the homepage every single time.
Awesome.
Wow.
Awesome. I want to say something really quickly
Uh-huh.
about this section that says introduction. Um, if you scroll on, can you scroll down for me? Um, scroll. If you notice that after introduction it was in black and bold, and then
Uh-huh.
eventually, so you have some smaller things, and then under introduction you see unit 1,
Uh-huh.
week 1. um, so basically the introduction is a whole section that houses specific things,
Right.
right? So if you scroll back, um, the introduction section houses announcements, it houses course information and the overview
Uh-huh.
section. Scroll down for me. It houses the help desk and it houses your course journal, right? Eventually, this introduction section will even house other things. And so it's good to really be familiar with it. Be familiar with it. As we said, you'll be able to check your announcements regularly. The course overview and information, that if you notice there's this huge square with a picture of this guy right here,
Hey, that's
Daniel,
me.
and Shanice, another course facilitator. In that section, scroll up just a little bit more so we can see the title, course information and overview. In that section, it will always be accessible and it will have videos. For example, the training video we were mentioning earlier, that is it right there. You can play that training video and you can access different things. So what I'm saying about this introduction section is basically the staples concerning this course. It's like a notice board. It's
Right.
a notice board. So things that you want to know about the course and things that affect everyone generally, you will find it at the introduction section. You know?
Correct. Correct.
Yes.
Very well said.
Thank you so much.
Questions? Any questions? Are we following?
Mm.
Alrighty. Everybody is good. Everybody is good.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm just gonna click this just to play, just so we can see what it looks like when it plays.
How do you play it?
Hi, I'm Shanice Sanders.
Ah,
I am Daniel Chen.
that's
Wow.
me. Okay, so what I did, there was a button. Okay, I'm gonna click this again just so we can go back and refresh the screen. So I click the little icon in the left, and you see this white triangle here. It's a little triangle like you see on YouTube or on those places. You click it, and it will play.
Hi, I'm Shanice Sanders.
And they say the same thing every time. It's like it's recorded or something, you know.
Wow.
So, so yeah, that's where you. Anytime you see these, you're gonna see these for the live sessions. You're gonna see these for the things that have been recorded before, and any video that we give to you. That's it's gonna show up nice and big like this, so you can know exactly what it is.
Okay.
All right.
So
So,
how do you stop it?
you just click it. So you click, and you click again to stop it or pause it. And then on the bottom you have a bar that you can drag it and fast forward it, just like we did those VHS tapes or DVD.
Wow.
You know, I used to watch VHS tapes.
Yes, yes,
So you can fast forward it if you want to skip to different sections. You have a lot of text on the screen, which is good, so you can know exactly what we're talking about. Alrighty, so that's gonna be your overview, your navigation tutorial. That's nice and big and bold at the top.
Yeah. Can you also click in the scroll up and I'm sorry.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Click that. You can also click that
Oh,
the
this
text
itself.
that says course information and overview.
Right.
Right. When you click that, scroll down for me. You'll see other videos. And if you scroll down even further, you'll see something that says help document.
Oh wow.
Right? And in that help, under help document, there's a link. There's a link. And that help document is exactly what we were speaking about earlier.
Right.
Where the navigating the platform, yes, we have done videos concerning it. In fact, this is one of those videos. However, there's a document with text
Yeah.
and pictures so that you can read it and follow, much slower,
Yes.
And so let's show them how that document looks.
Well, this document, normally you just click it and it will open a new page. And it's actually going to take you to it's going to actually take you to here where it's like what we're doing now. You have a description and you have the picture. You remember where I click enroll me and you go down and then you had the tour thing. You go down, it shows you the announcements, course information and overview, questions, course journal. Takes you down some more. It talks about all the things that we're doing. So it's really doing what we're doing right now.
Yes, and it's in written form.
Yes, you can take your time on this, read all the stuff.
Okay. So we'll get that link accessible for you, but right now all what you'd have to do is to copy and paste it in that URL section. Help me to describe what the URL section is.
It's the bar that you type the stuff in at the top.
That bar that you would put your website address in, www. You can copy and paste it in there.
Yes.
To copy, let's just go back over that. Basically, you'd have to first highlight it, so you get to from one end, and you hold down and drag to another end, to the other end, right? So we click from that part that says HTTPS, hold down and drag all the way to that G in sharing. I can let go now.
Yes.
And then I can right click
Uh-huh.
and copy.
Okay.
So then I go up to that web address bar,
Make a
or
new
I
or
can
make
create a new tab by clicking that plus button at the
a
top.
plus thing. Okay.
Yeah, this is not really Sons Training. This is internet navigation.
Right.
So click that, and it creates a new tab. That plus bar at the top creates a new tab, and I paste it by right clicking.
Okay.
Yeah,
Let's do that. Right
right
click.
click and paste,
Paste.
and there it is. Press enter. There you
Boom.
go.
But I'm sure that
Mhm.
by the end of this,
Yes.
you're gonna just be able to click this, and it will
Yes, we're
take you right
gonna.
in.
Yes. What is we are going to actually fix that so you don't have to copy and paste it. So it will be the same thing in the app,
Mhm.
you know. So after, in fact, after this video, we're just gonna make it into what's called a link,
Right.
and so it will be blue whenever you see text that's in blue. It means
You
it's a
can click
link.
it.
You
Right.
can click it. So you just click it, and it will take you automatically to where you're trying to go,
Amen.
to that help document.
Okay, so all of that just now was the course information and overview section.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so whenever you want to get back to these things, the videos and the help document, just remember course information and
Mm-hmm.
overview.
Yes, we should probably test them. How do you get back
Hmm.
to the home page after you're in the course and information section?
Yes.
Course information and overview section. I
What
wonder how
would
long this
you?
delay is.
I
But
don't think it's very long.
really,
Yeah.
okay, guys. So what if I want to get back to that page, the course home page where you have introduction, announcements, all of the different sections? What do I do? How do I get back? Hmm.
Why is
Should
nobody
I
typing?
call names?
Yes. No.
Yes. Blossom Lynch actually has a question.
Yes, we're gonna get to the Moodle app
Okay.
in a
Okay.
second. Okay, great.
Okay, press the DIS 101. Awesome, awesome. So
Yes.
let's see if what they did works.
Okay, I'm guessing you're talking about this one here.
Yes.
So I'm
With
gonna
the hat.
click on it. Great. And
Exactly.
it
You
takes
guys
you
are
back.
correct. So click that. Click that.
Alrighty, so we're gonna move on to the next one.
Yes, we can move on.
Awesome. The help desk.
Mm.
What is the help desk?
The help desk is exactly how it sounds.
Okay.
Well, really, what it is, it's a forum, which is basically a place that you can go and you can post all your questions, you can post comments. That's what a forum is. But in this case, the help desk to this course is the area you can go in by clicking the help desk.
Uh-huh.
When you click that, it will take you into a section where you can post your question. So, for example, we're asking you for questions now. Um, let's say we weren't live and you had a question. You would post your question in the help desk. So if you can see now, there are various questions people may have. Attendance, weekly witnessing log. So they have put a title for their question, but when you click in, you'll actually see in detail what their question is all about.
Right.
And the reason we did the desk like this is because this course we really wanted it to be like interactive, not just from the trainer to students, but student to student.
Right.
So if you know the answer to one of your peers' questions, you can go in and put the response
Okay.
if you want to, even before a course facilitator gets to them. And so, yes, so let's show them how to add a question.
Okay, so if I want to add a question, first thing you do, this is what we recommend in forums. If you have a question, like say, example, I have a question about the journal, right?
Okay.
I have a question about the journal. I'm going to search the forum because by the time you get there, there's probably like thousands of people asking questions. So you want to see if, first of all, your question has been answered first. So that's what makes it interactive.
Yes.
Somebody may have asked this question before, so instead of you asking it and waiting for a response, you could just go in and see, okay, has this question been asked before?
Yes.
Let's see what they've been talking about concerning this. So I'm going to type journal. up in search forums here, and I'm gonna hit search forums.
Wow.
Okay, so what you're gonna see here is, first of all, there have been 9 search results, and that's because 9 people have been talking about this, or there's
Okay.
been 9 conversations about this. So I'm gonna go through. Pam had a question,
Notice is highlighted right now.
right? So Pam had a question, right? And you see journal. You gotta see journal highlighted, and everywhere you go, it's gonna be highlighted. If it's in the body, it's gonna be highlighted. So let's go here. Hi Pam, thank you for your question. Okay, so you might be asking, what is the
Yeah.
question? So there's this button right here that says to see post in context. So if I click that, it's gonna show me like the whole conversation, everything that they were talking about in
Yeah.
the forum. So Pam's question was, I have attended both the first and second classes. How do I note this in the attendance section? Also, I've my witnessing in 2 places because I was not clear as to what was wanted. Need clarity, please. Thanks so much.
Okay.
Okay,
And that's the answer.
and this is the answer now. So Tashai Green is one of our
Course facility.
course facilitators too. So she would say, hi Pam, thanks for your question. You should select the circular icon to the right directly across from attendance. For the course journal, you should enter reflections of your weekly experiences and the development you're seeing in yourself personally. For the discussion forum or witnessing, you should state what was learned from your witnessing experience. Also state the fears or reservations you had, if you had any. All right, so that was a whole conversation that may have answered your question. All right.
Yeah. If you can we go back to the search results?
Okay, so to get back to the search results, in your browser, because this was the last page you were on, you'd be able to just hit this back button, this arrow that's pointing to the left, or on your phone, the arrow that was pointing to the left.
Okay.
Uh,
Arlene Jones is asking us to show her how to get to that page. Um, are you speaking about the help desk page? Let us know. In the meantime, I want to just explain something. Um, remember, Daniel was saying the first thing you do when you get to a help desk, which is a forum, right? Is the whole idea about it is, as he said, there may be someone that has asked this question. The question you have, someone may have asked that already,
Right.
right? So I may not have to add a new discussion and wait for someone to respond to
Right,
me
right.
when it's already posted and responded to. So I
Right.
need to search the forum to find out if someone has asked this question, right? And so in this case, we searched journal. We had
Right.
a question on journal, right? So now let's say, for instance, um, the question is, how often should I post a journal entry,
Okay.
right? Um, I would have to use something like a keyword. A keyword in this case is, what's the most common word that, or what's the root of your question? Is it
Okay.
about a journal, or it wouldn't be expedient to put monthly.
Okay.
Because you might be saying, should I post this journal monthly? No. What, seeing that it's about a journal, you have to think like this. How would other people write this question?
Right.
Right? How would people phrase this question? And so when you search it, try and search for just one word. That one word. For example, in this case, that's a good word, journal. So when you type in journal and click search forums, what's gonna happen is, as in this case, you see 9 search results, right? On this page, I want you to really understand this question, this section, right? So you searched and you have your question in mind, right?
Uh-huh.
But not everything you see might be the same type of question that you had. Someone else may be, their question may be, where can I find the journal? But simply because you search the word journal, it's gonna bring up every question that was asked with that word in it.
Right.
And so that's important for you to understand. So that's why, as Daniel is doing now, he's scrolling down, he's looking down, and as you see that there's like a short description, there's a short part that shows you what this question was.
Yeah.
And so you can really quickly just read through and see if that person has asked your question. When you've exhausted all of the search results, then you know, wow, really no one asked my question.
Right.
And that's when you can add your own. Yeah, I just felt like
That's
adding
very
that.
good.
Mhm.
Very good. All right. So she's asking how to see the reply. Okay.
Okay.
So we're gonna go. Well, I don't know if the button. Okay. Thank you. She just got the answer. Okay. Great.
Okay, great.
All right. So let's say you search and you couldn't find an answer in the forum. What you could do, you could go all the way back and hit BIS 101. Go back there. You could also hit the back button on your
Which is-
browser.
Okay.
This is the left arrow,
That's that top left corner.
top left
Back
corner.
arrow.
I'm going to use that one, top left corner. So I just clicked it, and it's going to bring me back all the way back to the help desk where I can see everybody. Okay. So once I get here, if I want to put my own question, like I have a fresh question, I'm going to click here and say add a new discussion topic. Alright, so I'm going to click there. And it's going to ask me for a subject and a message. So my subject is going to be are there any bonus marks for the course? Actually, let me not do that. My topic or my subject for something like that would be bonus marks.
Bonus marks. Something simple.
Something nice and short. And in the message, I'm going to type, are there any bonus marks for this course?
Yeah, so the subject, similar to an email post.
Right.
Like when an email asks you for a subject, you're not going to type out the whole email in the subject section.
Right.
It's basically, in short, what is this thing about?
Right.
Then in the message section, you just describe it. You know, that's where you get into your details. Right?
So everything else after that is not really necessary. I saw somebody ask a question, what am I supposed to put in the file section?
Okay.
What am I supposed to put in the tag section? Those two are not necessary. If you wanted to, you could, like if you had a problem with the site on a certain page, if you wanted to be fancy, you could you could take a screenshot of the problem that you're having and drag it over into the file section as a picture. That way everybody can actually see what you're talking about. But you don't have to do that if you don't need to. You can just simply put the subject and the message, make your message as detailed as possible so we can help you in the best way possible. Scroll down and say post.
I want to tell them about those purple buttons.
Purple buttons.
Those purple, that poster form.
Okay.
Those purple buttons are your best friends.
Okay.
If you do not click those purple buttons, then it will never be submitted, whatever you're posting. So you'll see a trend with these purple buttons. They're gonna be in your quizzes, they're gonna be in the journal, they're gonna be in every section that you have to post something. You're gonna see that purple button. And so make sure, for example, scroll back up, bro, and zoom out. If you notice, just in looking at this page, it wasn't really clear how do I actually post it. So I may think to myself, well, I typed it, it's in there.
Right.
All I have to do is press back. But it will never be posted until I click that purple button. So in this case, I have to scroll down. Scroll down, and there you see the purple
Ta-da.
button which says post to forum. So we're gonna post it.
Post to forum. Alrighty, so once I post it, pay attention to this. The green messages are good. Right? Green messages mean that you did it or success. Right? It says your post was successfully added. You have 30 minutes to edit it if you want to make changes. If you want to go back in and make a change, you can. Daniel Chen will be notified of new posts in bonus marks of the help desk.
So that's you. So if you were the one that posted that question, it would have said, for example, Arlene Jones will be notified
Right.
of new posts. So seeing that you're the one that posted it, it's basically telling you that you're gonna be notified whenever someone responds to that question.
Right. Right.
So
Right.
if you successfully posted it, we should be able to see it in the list, right?
Exactly. Ta-da! There it is.
Ooh, you did good, bro.
Good. I did good. So now somebody who's coming into the help desk will be able to see this. Course facilitators go in here very often
Mhm.
and go in and see if there's new questions. If there's something with no replies, they come in and they answer them. So um, they can always come in, click, and put a
Mhm.
reply. If you wanna reply to someone else's forum post,
Mhm.
say I wanna reply to Miley Bins. I'm gonna click on her discussion topic
Mhm.
right here. Click it, and where it says here, I'm very excited about what God is doing in my life. I was a bit nervous, um, but I watched my husband diligently studying and sharing with me, all that good stuff. If I want to say this is great, I can hit reply
Mhm.
right here. Subject, I'm gonna leave it alone, and the message is gonna be, "This is great."
You have to say more than that.
Should I do?
Yeah.
No, I don't. So I'm gonna
Okay.
go down. Skip the files again. Skip the tags again. Magic purple button.
Mhm.
Post the forum. So that's a reply. So you've replied to Miley Bins.
Mhm.
So you just had a conversation with her. So she's probably gonna come back and reply to me, and then we're gonna have a whole
Yeah,
conversation,
yeah,
all that stuff. So so that's how you reply, and that's how you look out for people replying to your messages as well.
Yes, I would encourage this though, especially if it's a question being asked, to refrain from just casual conversation in the discussion sections. For example, in Miley Bin's um, post, she didn't really have a question. She was just sharing um, what the training meant to her and how she know it's a move of God. In a section like that, I can see having casual conversation where someone may come in and says yes, yes, this has really impacted me too, and someone else may come in and you start a conversation there. But if there's a question, let's say someone says, I don't know how to find the course journal, right? Let's refrain from starting conversations under those, because people are going to come to that same question looking for that answer, and you don't want them to have to sift through conversations to find the actual answer to that question. And so let's try and keep the help desk. I can understand when you post something like this. This is very encouraging and it promotes interaction with each other. But in questions, leave questions and their answers. Um, let's not put amens. Let's not put anything else that will cause someone else that had that question to feel like they are now struggling, searching through all these responses to just find the answer to the question that was asked.
Well said.
Thank you.
Alrighty, so is
Any
that clear?
questions? Everyone following so far?
Okay,
I think
great,
they're
great, great.
getting it.
I think so too. All
Hmm.
right, so that was the help desk, and keep that in mind. Even if you don't plan to use the help desk or you haven't used the help desk, keep this concept in mind because that's the same concept for all your forums, going across the whole site. Um, that's how you interact with a forum.
Hmm.
You you add a new discussion topic
Hmm.
for yourself. You reply to people. You click on people's. You hit reply, and yeah, that's how it works.
Yes, there's a question here. It says, "Is it mandatory?" Is that specific to the help desk? Are you asking if the is it mandatory to reply? No. You don't have to reply. The idea is, I want you to envision you're in a room with 10 people, right? And you all are talking to each other, and someone says a question. Um, what time is it?
Uh huh.
What time is it? And let's say you know the time, right? If you know the time, you can answer that question if you want to.
Mm.
Right? You can answer that question. You can say, yes, the time is 6:30.
Yes.
But really and truly, you don't have to answer that person's question. Someone else may be
Right.
able to. And so the help desk, really, you don't have a responsibility to answer anyone's question. It's the course facilitator's responsibility to answer questions. But you can answer a question if you know the answer.
Yes. Like AJ, I think AJ would sound like someone who would go through and answer people's questions.
Okay, okay. Yes, I
Very
think
helpful.
AJ saying yes. I think it's like the Facebook help desk. You post to the administrator and the community as well.
Right.
Right, right,
So
right.
the administrator can see it, the community can see it. So whichever one gets there first and wants to help,
Yes,
that's who helps. But of course not. It's not mandatory. Yes.
exactly. And if you're gonna answer a question, make sure you're sure.
Yes.
Make sure you're sure that your answer is correct. And I think the only real way to be sure is if you've heard a course facilitator say
Right.
it,
Right.
or
Right.
your trainer say it, or you've had it answered before.
Yeah.
So, I think that covers the help desk.
That covers help.
So
Us.
going back now,
We're gonna hit the magic button
magic bar.
and hit the IS 101. All right. So we're back here again.
Mhm.
And we're going to scroll down a little bit further to the course journal.
Mhm.
All right, so one thing to notice, the help desk and the course journal has a similar icon. So remember, the help desk was a forum, so the course journal is going to be a forum, right?
Mhm.
Yes. so I'm going to, and this is the first one that has points attached. So notice it says 5 points each week. So you get points just for posting in the course journal, and it adds up. By the end of the course, this is responsible for 200 points out of your whole grading system.
Yes, yes, yes. This is so important. Let me just explain really quickly what the course journal is. The course journal is for reflection, and it's to help gauge your growth in this training.
Yes.
So every week, you're expected to go to the course journal and type in something that you learned. You're judging, um, how did you grow? What challenged you? What stood out to you the most about this week? It's to have you really thinking over what this course is doing for you. So the course journal encourages reflection, and what's so good about it is that after you've progressed, let's say you've gone 20 weeks in this
Uh huh.
journal, in this course, you can look over all of your posts and you'll be able to judge your growth as
Yes.
you went
Yes.
along. And so that's so good as it relates to training, but it's also a graded section of this course. As Daniel said, it's 200 points out of the overall 4,000
Mhm.
points. In total or maximum, you can get 4,000 points. To pass, you need 3,200 points.
Oh, and here's 200
Here
out
is
of.
200 out of it.
Mm.
So if you are faithful every week to do your course journal, you get 5 points every week, which eventually adds up. And could be that help to
Yes.
get you to really excel.
Yes.
in
So it
this.
says here you will document reflections of your weekly experiences and the developments you are seeing in yourself personally.
Yes.
So that's what this is. So we are going to go ahead and click it.
Hmm.
I'm going to click course journal. Alrighty. So the course journal it looks a bit different. It looks like when we hit the reply button to somebody. So the layout is a little different. You don't just see a list of all the topics. You see the topics, but you see the body of of
Mm-hmm.
the post as well. So it flows down like a little blog post or like a Facebook wall or something that you can see a little piece of everybody's response or what everybody kind of said.
Yes. And if you notice, he can't really reply too much,
Yeah.
because it's not really for that. Um, it's really for people just to be vulnerable. Be vulnerable. So go ahead. Remember, guys, it's 5 points. 5 points. So, let's say week one. Week one. For example, that week had a lot to do with study tools and witnessing, and you may be someone that you've never really spoken to anyone about the Lord, and so this was going to be a challenge for you. 20 people, I have to find 20 people to witness to tell about the Lord. And the way it was broken down, we could tell that this really shouldn't be an issue. Just people a day, 3 people a day. I should be able to witness to 3 people a day. But you may look at yourself and say, nevertheless, this still posed to be a challenge for me. I did it, but it was hard. Then in the course journal, you would write that, something that stood out to me. This is what you'd write in the course journal. Something that really stood out to me this week is just the witnessing. I didn't realize how timid I was. I didn't realize that I was fearful to preach the gospel. Or I didn't realize how many concepts there were about God, or just how many people needed God. So when you start to write now, you're documenting or you're reflecting on that week, you'll be really gutting your own self, pouring out of your own heart some things that you had embedded at the back of your mind. And it's good because now you won't forget it because it's written, it's documented. And so those are the type of posts that are expected. The journal entry does not have to be an essay, it can be one paragraph, right? But it's so important that you express your experience in that week, right? So it's the same thing. Just add a new topic and you post your journal entry, right?
Right?
Hmm.
And you do that by going to the top and say add new topic.
Mm-hmm.
So if I click add new topic, it's gonna give me the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
So put your subject, whatever you want to call it. Oh, I already know to know.
Mm-hmm.
Does it?
That was actually answered on Monday.
Right.
Someone asked, "Does Facebook count?" Um, to God, it does.
Mm-hmm.
It does count to God. But for the purpose of this course, there's a specific thing that we're trying to push, which is we're trying to train you not to be timid, to
Right.
share the gospel
Right.
face to face. Sometimes we can get a bit relaxed because we're not dealing with people personally.
Right.
We're dealing with a chat box in WhatsApp or on Facebook Messenger or these social media platforms. But the Lord is saying, can you get out and speak to someone one on one, share the
Yes.
gospel face to face? And that's what that activity was training. I'm glad you asked that because witnessing, a lot of people thought that witnessing activity was just limited to the first week.
Mm.
But no, the witnessing is a staple throughout the course.
Yes.
Let me explain. Um, for example, on the first week, everyone had to witness to 20 people, right?
Mm.
If you watch the video tutorial that we posted last week of how to navigate the platform, something that Shanice said was that um, do not interact too much with other people's profile or other people's when they're logged in, how they see things,
Okay.
because they may have a totally different assignment from you.
Yes.
Why? Because the assignments are gift based. When you were signing up for the course, we sent out a survey. Everyone had to get answer this survey. What you thought your calling was, what
Mm.
was your gift, what were you ordained in, and based on what you chose your calling to be, you were placed into a group. So that your calling may be you're a prophet. So you were placed into a group with prophets. If your calling was an apostle, you were placed in a group with apostles. If your calling is the deacons ministry, you're placed in a group with deacons. And what will happen is you'll have specific assignments that only the prophets are going to do.
Yes.
You're going to have assignments that only apostles are going to do, and assignments that only the deacons are going to do. So let's say I'm an apostle and Daniel is a pastor, right? So he may look at my computer while I'm working and he's like,
Where do I find that? I
yeah,
didn't
I
get
didn't
that
get that
assignment.
question.
Yeah.
Or I may just come to Daniel and say, Daniel, have you done your 2 days fasting yet?
I don't
And
know what is
Daniel
today
says, which 2 days fasting?
fasting.
Because I don't see that anywhere on mine.
Right.
And then the help desk is gonna get full
Where is
because
my 2 day fasting?
people are seeing assignments for others that they don't necessarily see for themselves.
Right.
So the answer is we are grouping and the assignments are given according to your gift so you can be
Right.
trained in your gift.
Yes.
Now I said all of that to say this. The witnessing is really something that deals with evangelism. So though it's a staple, you have to witness to people every week. The first week was the only week where everyone had to witness to 20 people,
Okay.
right? After the first week, everyone has to minister to 10 people. You have to witness to 10 people every week, except for the evangelist. The
Okay.
evangelist will always have to minister to 20 people per week. But every other gift, you don't get to minister to. Your own is brought down to 10, but of course you'll have specific assignments to your gift that the evangelist will not have.
Right.
So this is really a training for your gift, right?
Amen.
Amen.
All right. So we were here at adding your discussion topic. So this is the course journal. So I could say something like my subject is my experience week 3. Week 3. All right. And down in the message, I'm gonna say it was great.
Okay.
I'm not a man of many words. So I'm gonna skip the files and skip the tags. Unless, of course, you took a selfie with the group of people you witnessed to.
Do not.
Yeah, don't do that. Just go down and click post the forum. Magic purple button. Post the forum. Click it. And it's gonna be here. So, here you go. You're gonna see your topic float all the way to the top because it flows in the most recent order for everybody. So because you just posted yours, if you check again in 5 minutes, maybe you may see somebody else's go on top of it and stuff. But this is how it flows in reverse chronological order, reverse time order.
Wow.
So if you scroll all the way to the bottom,
So the most recent at the top.
most recent at the top, and Kashif Gordon had the first post.
Wow.
So if you want to see the first post, it's all the way at the bottom.
Okay.
Alrighty. So moving on. That was a course journal.
Okay.
All right.
So yeah, can we go back to the main page? Remember
page.
earlier, we said that the introduction section is like a notice board.
Yes.
So I want to say this part. Eventually, you'll see some other sections
Right.
in this introduction section. For example, under course journal, eventually and very soon at that, you'll see a section that says community projects. Community projects. Now, the community project is basically a major form of assessment. I really don't want to use the term assessment because it's not your typical course. It's really a training, but let's call it assessment for the purpose of understanding. It's a major form of assessment in that you have to do an event that impacts your community. So let's say it could be a crusade, it could be a Bible study, it could be a prayer service, it could be a fasting service, but you have to do that, and that too will be gift based. It will be gift based. Um, and so that's a major project. That's a major project. In fact, it takes up about 25% um, of your grade, of your overall grade. I'm sorry, it takes up 30%.
My lord,
30%.
don't miss that.
Don't miss that. So what's gonna happen is you'll have two community projects to do eventually. One in the first 20 weeks and another in the latter 20 weeks. And so that's 15% each.
Hmm.
So that adds up to 30%, which is basically 1,200 points.
Yes.
Remember, the overall is 4,000. So the community projects are really important, and it will be gift based. So you'll be able to work with, pool together, and work with the others in your gift, right, to pull off this grand event. So we'll get more information to you concerning that as soon as possible. But the information will be posted in the introduction section, right
Yes.
on the course journal. And so it will just be information. You won't be able to comment under it or anything. So you'll get that soon. And the another section that's coming up is mid midterm
Mid semester
mid
or
semester
term.
examinations and
Yes.
final
Or
examinations.
your halfway
Which,
test.
yes, which will be like just major quizzes.
Yes.
Those add up to 15%.
15.
15%.
Yeah,
Um,
don't miss those either.
yes, but because this is not a typical training, you can actually fail, or you can fail both of these and still pass.
Yes.
Try not to fail though, because you're gonna need those 15.
Need that.
But as it says, it's an exam. It's gonna be a quiz where you have to write, or participate. It could be a multiple choice. It could be short answer. It could be an essay.
Yes.
But you basically have to do that test, and that will help us know what you're retaining, the knowledge you're retaining. So look out for those sections that will come under the introduction section soon.
Yes.
Yep, that's it for the introduction
That's
section.
it for the introduction.
We're almost done.
Almost done.
I think everyone's getting the hang of using the platform. It's
Okay.
basically clicking the name and
Following the instructions
following the
afterwards.
instructions, posting,
Right.
and clicking back, clicking the hat, the DIS 101 to come back. Basically, that's all there is to it.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty, so we're now into what we call the unit sections.
Yes.
Units are basically one big package of work.
Yes, it's a topic, basically.
Yeah, topic. So you see, unit one, it's also week one,
Mm-hmm.
which is Bible study tools and witnessing.
Mm-hmm.
So if you remember, we talked about the Thompson chain and the
Yeah.
vines and the strongs. So everything related to that lesson will be right here, right before you reach unit two.
Mm-hmm.
Everything, if I can highlight this, no. Yeah,
Ooh,
everything up here, all of this right here
Mm-hmm.
is unit one. So this is week one. All of week one's activities, assignments, videos, everything is under unit one. Okay, so the first thing you're gonna notice is the attendance module.
Mm-hmm.
Attendance module is probably the easiest thing on the site to use
Mm-hmm.
because what you're doing, you're marking yourself present for each session.
So important.
Yes, it is important. So in order to say, oh, I was here for this session,
Mm-hmm.
right where you see attendance, don't click attendance. Go all the way to the right and you're going to see a circle. You're going to see the circle right here beside attendance. You're going to see a circle and you're simply going to click the circle. And it's going to go bing.
Yes. The reason we said that was important was because, can you zoom out so they can see how it looks? So exactly, there's that green circle now with that white check mark in it.
Yes.
That's how you know you marked yourself present. So the reason we said that this was important is because that adds to participation points.
Wow.
Participation is 5% of your overall grade. 5%. So that includes attendance,
Uh-huh.
attempting
Yes.
Attempting any activity, any quiz, any assignment, just attempting it, you get marks. We look at that.
Yeah. Come on.
That's so
I wish
nice.
I had this in college.
But yes, so attempting it. Um, so it's a attendance and attempting these sections. You get 5%. So guys, please remember to just click that,
Mark
because
yourself
that's
as
how we
present.
know you're present. And the trainer has expressed that this is a very important part to her, because she wants to know who's following along.
Yes.
She wants to know who has been attending the sessions. And so click that, and be honest about it. If you know you missed a session, don't click it, because that's
Yeah.
lying. That's
Yeah.
lying. But what do I mean by missed a session? If you know you haven't done your quiz, you haven't watched the video, because everything is archived.
Yeah.
Everything is archived. What's important to us is to know that you have interacted with the material,
Yes.
not just that you had to be there when it was live.
Right.
But
Right.
you may be catching up. You may have one day to really catch up, and you spend that day and you read your lesson down, the lesson.
Yeah.
You watched the video, you did your quiz, you posted your forum, you did everything. Yes, you can click that attendance circle if you have done that. But if you know you really didn't do anything,
Yeah.
don't lie about it. Don't click that.
Yeah, man. It ain't worth it lying.
Yes.
Don't do it.
Yes.
It's better if you just go ahead and watch the video, and then you can mark yourself as present.
Mhm.
So that's it for attendance.
Mhm.
You're gonna have one of those each week, and you're gonna click on attendance whenever you've completed the week or done whatever you're supposed to do, like watch a video or do the quiz or the assignments or whatever.
Yes.
Click the green button once you've done all of that. So the next thing is, if you look here, you're gonna see something that says how to study the Bible lesson download.
Mhm.
So
So that's the lesson. That's the lesson download is actually a written document. It's a written document um, that really outlines what the week is gonna be about.
yes,
Right. So it actually serves as somewhat of, let's call it like the roots.
okay,
It's the root, and every activity, even a live session, all these things are gonna branch out of it,
of the lesson. Okay,
out of the
wow.
lesson, right? So the lesson is the source, is what the whole week is gonna really be about. One thing to notice though, these lesson downloads are not always gonna be there. They're not always gonna be there. So don't be alarmed if you go to a week and you don't see the lesson
Right.
download. But sometimes it's gonna be available. Sometimes you're gonna see a lesson download that may have content for the next 4 weeks.
Okay, yeah.
And so that's why it's not necessary to look every week for the lesson download. For example, this one is only dealing with how to study the Bible,
Mm.
and this one is actually a good example, because this lesson was posted to give the students the information they needed to know how to study,
Right.
because we didn't really teach you how to study too much.
Right, right.
But there, chapter one in that is the study tools, which deals with Thompson chain. We did a workshop on using the Thompson chain. But then you have 3 more chapters: writing styles, and the Old and New Testament.
Yes.
There are different things. So this was given to the students for them to do their own personal study. This was supposed to really move you to go and learn how to study your Bible. There would be no more teachings on these.
Mm-hmm.
So this is personal, and that's why it's so important to go ahead and download that and get that in your system, so you know how to even follow in the training. So yeah.
Alrighty, so to download it or to read it, to view it, what you do is you click on it. Click on how to study the Bible lesson download. Once you click it, it's gonna take you to what's called a PDF, or it's like it's a mobile document that you can download. So if you're familiar with study guides or stuff you may download online with information, this is very much the same.
Yes.
So once it loads up, this bar at the top is telling me it's loading, and this is the complete lesson. So I can actually stay here and just read this document.
Mm-hmm.
Read it right here. and it will tell me everything I need to know about the study tools and the material that was used this week.
Yes. It's the
Um,
document.
this,
It's the
yeah,
lesson online. Uh-huh.
right. But if I wanted to save this, different browsers do it in different ways. But on this one, right at the top right here, I'm gonna see an icon right here that has a little down arrow, and if you put your mouse over it long enough, it's gonna say download.
Mm-hmm.
So if I click on download, it's gonna ask me where do I want to download it. Desktop is fine for me, and I'm gonna hit on the save button. So what you're doing here is you're actually taking the file off the internet and you're saving it to your device, so that in the event that you don't have internet where you are, or you just want the flexibility and the comfort of having this material on your phone or on your
Mm-hmm.
computer, so that anytime you can read it and interact with it, if you want to download it and print it, and
Yeah.
then do your highlighting, do your circling, doing all of
Yeah.
that stuff, free to do it. Just tell it to download, save it, and then print it.
Yes, because this is Google Chrome. It's down at the
Yes.
bottom.
So it's right here. So it downloaded. It's telling me here. Here I am. So I can click right here and click open. I'm gonna go ahead and open it, but it opened back in this thing.
Yes.
But yeah, you can open it, and whatever program you use to open it, it will open back in
And
there.
remember, you had to select where you saved it.
Exactly. So don't
So-
forget that. Don't forget
Yes.
where you saved
So
it.
you chose a desktop, so Daniel could just go to his desktop and find the document, and
Right.
it will be there,
Right.
right? So that's how you access the lesson. That's how you access the lesson and download the lesson.
That's correct.
Yep, yep, yep.
All right.
Remember, guys, if you have any questions, let us know.
Alrighty, so I'm gonna. Well, okay, so something happened, right? I accidentally closed the window.
Uh-oh, why did you do
I
that?
don't know. So, what do you do when you accidentally close a window? Is all lost? No, all is not lost.
Wow.
What you do is, chances are if you close the wrong window, it's gonna take you right back here to Sons.Training. And if not, just go ahead and type Sons.Training
Yes.
all over again, and it will bring you back to this page.
If you're logged in. Mm-hmm.
If you're logged in. If you're not logged in, go ahead and log in.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to see the button again that says training course. So if I click training course now, you remember the time before it took you to enroll and all that stuff. This time it's just going to take you right back in, just as if you pressed DIS 101.
I like that.
That magic button right here. So that's always a good way to get back in. Just in case you came out, you can always come back in. So where were we?
Yes, we were showing that.
We just finished how to study the Bible lesson download.
And we trust you know how to get back to the the course homepage without the mistake that Daniel did.
Right,
yes,
right,
you click
right.
that
I closed it.
DIS
Right.
101. Mm-hmm.
Right, so that's the lesson download. Another thing that is good to do, because another thing that's good to do, once you've downloaded your lesson and stuff like that, you can also check this check mark just to indicate to the instructor and to remind yourself that I've done this. So you're tracking your own progress as you're going through as well, and you're communicating to the course administrators that I've been doing it. So
Yeah.
once you download your lesson, go ahead and feel free to check that check mark right there as well, so you know, oh wow, I did 2 things. Great. So keep track of what you're doing by using those green check marks.
Yes.
All right, so the next thing we're gonna do is the Sons.Training video lesson number 1. So if you remember, there was an initial video lesson which Doc was there and teaching how to study the Bible, all that stuff, and it was a live video. It was on
Monday
YouTube.
night.
It was on Monday night. It was on YouTube. It was on the Sons.Training homepage. It was in your WhatsApp groups, or whoever sent you a link. That's where it was. But when you come in here, everything is saved and captured for you all in one. So here's the video. Here's the video that happened on Monday, on the first Monday in week 1.
Yeah.
Again, there's a small white triangle here that you can press, and if you press it in a couple seconds,
Apostles to teach on a certain subject.
there's
We
Dr.
will be
Banks.
teaching every week. However, the second
Teach.
Okay, that's enough.
Remember,
So
so in this case, the video started midway,
Right.
So what you have to do is go back to that bar that we mentioned
At
earlier
the bottom.
at the bottom, and you drag it back to the
Drag it,
front,
drag it. All the way back.
all the way. Daniel's computer is moving a little slow.
And this carries it all the way to the top.
And there's another triangle. You click that.
Yes.
Play.
Anywhere you see a triangle, chances are you can play from there.
Click
So
it. Yeah.
yes, so the bottom left corner. And if you want to pause it, just click the video at any time and it will pause.
Yeah. Some of you. Okay, so we mentioned that this video is accessible on the Sons.Training homepage. Um, it's accessible. It's gonna be accessible. You can watch it live even on this page right here, but it's also on YouTube.
Right.
But what you have to know is if you want to comment,
Right.
if you want to interact with your other classmates, you'll have to go to the YouTube platform because
Right.
that's where the chat box is. But if you're probably on the move or you just don't want to do that, you can always watch from the Sons Training homepage or from this course homepage.
Right. And how you get there is while the video is playing, you're going to see a little hidden icon down here that says YouTube. If I click YouTube, oopsie. If I click YouTube, hold on, let's play it. If I click YouTube, it's going to open a new tab and it's going to take me to the video that's in YouTube itself. And so it's going to have everything that comes with a regular YouTube video as well. So if you scroll down, you're going to see Mira Banks, subscribers. You can also subscribe to the channel too. Hey, that's fun. You're going to see comments under the video, which you can leave a comment if you'd like. And all that good stuff. So your chat would have been over here in
So
the live
skip
session.
down into it so you can see some of it. Well, they're doing it now. You guys are on
Right, that's where you are now.
YouTube
Yes.
so that's how you're talking to us.
Yes. So that's how you access it through YouTube.
Yes. That YouTube icon may be a bit hard to access sometimes because of that play bar over it. So another way to get to the YouTube link is just by clicking the name of the video.
Up
Right
here.
Yes, not her face. Her face will actually cover that link and request that you subscribe to her channel.
Right.
But if you're trying to get to the video link, just click the name. So in this case, it's Sons.Training lesson 1-32s. Click that, and it will take you to the
Oh, look
YouTube
at that.
video link.
It did it.
Yes.
So, yes. So there are several ways to get into the YouTube platform to watch the video in YouTube to access your live chat and your comments and stuff like that. Alrighty, so that's your video, and that's gonna be every video for every week. It's gonna take that same format. You're gonna see it in your unit section for that week. You're gonna be able to click on it to play it. If it's live, if you click it, you're gonna see a countdown, how many hours or how many minutes is left, and if it's live or if it's already been live and recorded, it'll play automatically. Once you click the little white triangle, or you just click on it, it will play.
Yes.
Any questions? Question check. Okay, great. It looks like everybody's on board.
So, you're doing excellently, Daniel.
So are you.
Oh,
Curry.
thank you.
All right, so another thing, discussion forum.
Mm-hmm.
So as you see, it's another forum. That's the next item in the list. So on the discussion forum, as you can see, this is 15 points. All these points add up, guys, so don't miss anything. I'm going to click on discussion forum witnessing. And this is week 1. And week 1, one of the major topics for week 1 was witnessing. So under this discussion forum, and discussion forums, you may see them pop up anywhere in any week. So this week, the topic was witnessing. And the assignment, I believe, was to just to let everybody know how it went, pretty much.
Okay.
So as you can see, a lot of people made their own discussion topic. You see Sonia Smalling, Andreen Bennett, Denise Williams, all these people made their own post on how their experience went. So that's your assignment too. You add a new discussion topic, and I guess like everybody else, I could just put witnessing or my witnessing experience, I'm gonna put witnessing.
Is it typing?
No, it's not.
Okay.
Witnessing. And in the message, I'm gonna say it really went great.
Whoa.
But please add more than that.
We got another word from you. Went.
It went that great. All right, so if you scroll down, you can skip out the files, skip out the tags, and post the forum. So you're making your submission. You're making your submission right now to the discussion forum. Here you see Daniel Chen made a discussion, said that's his witnessing, and it tells you the time it was done as well. And that's it. Easy 15 points for your course. Easy 15 points.
I want to mention this. There are cases where you may, okay, so for example, this one is called discussion forum witnessing, right? And the question is, what did you learn from your experience of witnessing
Okay.
to 20 persons, right?
Mm-hmm.
There are cases where you may just see, let's say you see my name, Kareem Flowers, right?
Mm.
There are cases where I'll be the one to post the discussion question, and everyone has to reply under
To you.
me, just
Okay.
to me,
Okay.
which is different from adding a whole new discussion topic. When you do it that way, everyone will all see each other's responses.
Yes.
So we kind of showed you how to reply in a forum, but let's just do it again, just
Okay.
to be safe. How do you reply?
Okay, so for example, I want to see Andreen Bennett's. When I click on her thing, she says, my witness experience has been a blessing. I'm so happy I made up my mind to take this course and all good stuff.
Wow.
So, if I want to reply to Andreen to encourage her, I'm going to hit reply right here down in the bottom right hand corner. It left. And in the message, my message to her is, wow. Great.
Daniel.
So, this
Is
encouraged me to witness. I too had my fears, as I tend not to talk a lot to people and blah blah blah
Wow.
blah blah, all that stuff. All right, so you this is you replying to a forum post.
So what do you do if you change your mind? I don't want to post it again.
Oh,
Because we know how to post it. Of course, you
Right.
scroll down. After writing, you scroll down and press the big purple button. right?
yeah. But
Right.
if you change your mind midway,
I was gonna respond, but I don't want to respond.
I changed my mind.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna hit the white button next to the purple button. The white buttons next to the purple buttons are normally cancel.
Yes.
And it means, you see what I was just doing? I don't want to do it again. So
Yes.
just forget about it.
That's what it means.
So I'm going to hit the forget about it button or the cancel button. And it's going to take me right back to where I was. Right here, reading Andreen's post.
Yes, and if you notice, everything that Daniel just wrote
It's not
has
there.
disappeared. That's why it's so important to make sure if you want to post something, press the purple one. Because if you accidentally press the cancel button, you've lost all your work.
That's not good.
Yeah, that's not good. So make sure you're focused. Put the kids to bed and make sure you click the right button.
Yes.
Yes.
Alrighty. Questions? Yes? No? Okay.
No,
I
no,
think
no.
we're
I
going
want to
great.
show them a technique, if that's okay.
Go ahead,
This
bro.
technique helps me a lot. To show them, I'll have to actually. Can I do the point thing too? Is
Which
that
point
okay?
thing?
Where you point?
Go. Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna point, right? Let me figure. Okay. Oh wow. So if you look all the way over there,
Okay.
remember up the top you have the DIS with
Oh, yeah.
DIS 101, right?
Yes.
Now go down. If you notice, you'll see introduction, unit 1, unit 2, unit 3.
Okay.
Those are also shortcuts. Those are shortcuts. So let's say
Ooh.
eventually we're gonna be in unit 39,
Uh-huh.
right? If I just click the DIS 101, it's gonna take me to the notice board, and
Yeah.
there may be cases where I have to scroll all the way
All the way
down. Let's say I
down.
want to review a quiz I did in unit 15, and now it's unit 25.
Wow.
This is a shortcut to get specifically to that unit.
Yes.
So let's say we want to go back to unit 1. We don't want to go to the introduction section and have to
Right.
scroll down. To get there, what do? I just click
Click unit
Unit
1.
one.
Let's see if it works. This technique of yours.
mm,
Oh, it did it.
it works.
It took you right to week 1. So
Right
it
there.
skipped out all of the introduction and it took you right where you wanted to go.
And
Which
you
is perfect.
notice it's still there.
Yeah.
It's still
Yeah.
there, so you can do it. Once you're in this platform, you can use it to quickly navigate and get to where you're trying to go.
That's awesome.
I use that all the time.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay. So we're moving
Alfred Brown
on.
says, "Okay, great,
Hey.
awesome,
Alrighty. Almost there, guys.
almost done."
So we're at discussion forum. The next thing we're gonna do is show you how to do a quiz. So I know what you're thinking. This weekly witnessing log, right? Why does it look like that, and how do I do it?
Yes, and why does it say quiz?
Yeah, because when you go in there, first of all, it's 20 points. Don't miss it.
Mm-hmm.
But when I click it, it's gonna take me to this thing, and it's gonna say right down here in this magic purple button, attempt to quiz now. But I didn't want to do a quiz.
I just want to, post my
My
entries.
weekly witnessing log. I want to tell the world, the names of my people that I brought to Christ and stuff.
Which is important.
Yes. So, what we're gonna ask you to do is just follow along, because the way we wanted you guys to input this and the way we're gonna assess you is best suited for a quiz format.
Yes.
So in the quiz format, we're gonna give you 20 questions, and in each question, we want you to fill out the name of each person that you witnessed to. And if you successfully did your witnessing to 20 people, you'll have your 20 questions completed and you'll get your full 20 marks.
Full 20 marks. So if you do 15,
You're gonna get 15
yeah,
marks.
15 marks, because this is also graded, and that's why it's in quiz form.
That's why it's
because
in quiz form.
It's graded, and so make sure you do all of them. So for those of you that said, I'm not that type of person where I don't witness to that many people, I
Right.
just witness to 4 people, then you're just gonna get 4 out of 20 points.
Yes, and let me show you what that looks like.
Mhm.
So again, we're looking for the purple button. Well, of course you're gonna read here. It has a scripture that encourages you to witness to all nations before the end comes.
My Lord, which is soon.
This is very soon. And it reiterates the body of the homework assignment. Witness to 20 people and document your experience. Be sure to put the name, email address, and phone number. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit attempt quiz now. When I do that, it's gonna take me. Let me take our faces off here just for a little bit. It's gonna take me to a whole thing. So let me explain what's on the screen. First thing you're gonna see is question 1, not yet answered, meaning that you haven't put any answers in your question 1, or question 2, or question 3. Everything is so blank.
Yeah.
It's waiting for you to put all this information in. So I'm gonna put my person 1 in. I'm gonna put in John Doe.
Wow.
Alright. And his email address was jd@c.com.
Wow.
Alright, and his phone number is 555-5555. So that's number 1. I'm gonna move on to number 2. Number 2 was Jane Doe, his lovely wife.
Wow.
Right? So her email address was jnd@c.com. And her number was 555-5556.
Wow.
So they got the phones at the same time.
Okay.
So,
Learn.
and I'm gonna keep going. Question 3 is person number 3, Jimmy Doe. That's their little nephew.
Okay.
They were out with their nephew
Got it.
and cousins. So it keeps on going just like this, and you keep adding all these persons. Now it
But
is.
remember, you have to add something about the experience.
Do you know?
Yes, you have
I
to.
see.
Yes, it's not just about their information. It's about the person. What did you minister to the person? How did they respond?
Okay.
Yes, that's important too.
Do you hear that, guys? To get your full marks, you have to add something about your experience.
Yes, remember it says document your experience in the descriptions
Yes.
section. So, for example, this is where we may need to go. What if you see John Doe again? You want to be able to remember
Yeah.
what was John Doe's issues.
Yeah.
You know, what was his mind frame? What were some things that you said that he didn't respond well to?
Mhm.
You know, so it helps you to document what you learn about John Doe,
Yes.
Doe, and Jane Doe and Jimmy Doe, all of these people. And if you ever feel compelled to continue ministering them, for
Yes.
example, they may have said, I want a church home, but this week isn't good for me.
Right.
Well, that's why we encourage you to try and get some contact information
Mhm.
from them. You may not be able to get all three, but try and get something from
Yes.
them so that you have access. There's so many times that I've witnessed and people have made commitments to visit my church,
Yes.
but so many times they couldn't do it that week.
Yeah.
Then that week passed, I forget, they forget.
Yeah.
But if I had their number or their email
Mhm.
address, I could have emailed them or called them and stay in touch. And that's so important.
Yes.
In witness. That's so important in witnessing.
And another thing that's important in witnessing, from my experience, is you don't want to make a commitment to this person that says, I'm going to check up on you,
Yeah.
and you don't do it,
Don't do
because
it.
then they lose faith in everything that you said. And the opportunity for you to really minister in that person's life, because in that moment you're feeling this person's pain, and you're
Yeah.
really saying, I need to get in touch with this person.
Mhm.
But I guess you forget, or you don't know where you put that little piece of
Caught up.
paper that I put it in my pocket, and I don't know where it is. I sent it to the cleaners, and they took the paper out of the pockets and
Wow.
whatever. You lost your number. So if it's in here, it gives you a good place just to store
So it's
people's
not just for
information.
your grade; it's for you too.
Yes.
It's a log. It's a notebook.
Yes.
It's some place you can go back to and check everything you know about John Doe, contact information wise and spiritually.
Yes. If you want to say his birthday was next week,
Mhm.
I gotta call him and say happy birthday or something.
Yes.
Anything. It's your log, but you get graded for it.
Yes, you do.
All right. You may also see on the right hand side over here, you're gonna see some numbers. The thing is, scrolling might get a bit tedious. Scroll through. Yes, I'm sorry. So what you can do from the top of your page, if you want to go all the way to question 11, you click 11,
Oh,
and it takes you there.
yes. Yes. You
Right.
were all the way zoomed in. So.
I'm sorry. Yeah, so it takes you to person 11. And you can do that just to get a shortcut to anywhere.
Yes, this is especially good in cases where you may have started, for example, the weekly witnessing log. You may have a strategy. Okay, I am free on Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. So I'm
Okay.
gonna do most of my.
It's a long weekend.
Yeah. Okay, let's say I'm free on Mondays and Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays.
Okay.
So on Mondays, I witness to 5 people. So you put in their information, but then you just have 5 people. So
Right.
you have to come out of it, right? So when you come back, you just want to go straight on Thursday, on Friday, when you finally witness to the
Yeah.
others. You want to go straight to number 6.
Yes.
Because you've already done 1 through 5. And you can't bother to scroll because of how it looks, and maybe it affects your eyes. I don't know. So you just you go to the quiz navigation part and you just click 6, and it takes you straight to where you need to go.
Bada bing.
Yes.
So another cool thing about the witnessing log is questions yet?
Yes, we're having questions, but keep
Okay.
speaking.
So a cool thing about the witnessing logs, like he said, you may do someone on Monday, and you want to come back to them to do the rest of them on Friday. The thing is, you can say finish attempt, but Finish attempt means that you can save it
Mm-hmm.
and come back to it another time.
Yes.
So if you're all the way down, so you're gonna see the finish attempt button in two places. Let me get rid of all faces here. You're gonna see finish attempt right here at the bottom. This is like after person 20.
Mm-hmm.
You can see finish attempt right here,
Yes.
or you can all the way back at the top, wherever you are, you can say finish attempt here.
Mm-hmm.
And you notice there's some dots afterwards. That means that that's not final, right? So there's something coming afterwards just to check, right? So that's what three dots mean whenever you see them. So
Ellipsis.
I can
Mhm.
safely click finish attempt. All right, so look here. So it's gonna say question 1, 2, and 3 answers were saved. Question 4, 6, 7, and on and on and on.
Not doing your assignments.
Yeah, I'm coming. I'm gonna get to them
Yes.
on Friday.
Okay. Okay.
So number 1 to 3, I've answered because Jane, John, and Jimmy were at school
Are
with me.
saved.
They were at school with me, so I got to minister to them. So I went, I put them down, put the information down, and I saved them. But I'm 17 away from finishing.
Okay.
So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna scroll down, and I could either return to the attempt to finish them, or I could just say, you know what, 3 is all I got.
Okay. Please try not
Yeah,
to do.
don't do that. You'll not get all the marks, and you'll not get to fulfill the whole thing.
Yes. There's a section. If you go back up, let's go back to the quiz navigation section. If you notice, it looks a little different.
Yeah.
Because what you only filled out the first 3.
Yes.
So it shows you by looking more like dominoes now. There's the bottom half is now opaque. So you know that you filled out 1, 2, 3 quickly. You know, it's a quick visual. So you can, even through this, you can go back to number 4, 5,
Yes.
wherever, and fill out and do the rest of it.
Okay, so the cool thing is that when I clicked finish attempt back on the previous screen, it saved it. So like you see here, answer saved, answer saved, answer saved. So these 3 are saved. So in reality, I can go anywhere now and come back to this
Okay.
on Friday or whenever, and it will be saved. Want me to show you?
Sure.
Okay, so we're gonna do Kareem's little trick. We're gonna come over to the left and go back to week 1, and we're gonna go all the way down to the weekly witnessing log.
Okay.
We're gonna click it. So this is Friday. We time traveled, and you're gonna see here where it says attempt number 1 is in progress. So before it said attempt quiz now. Now it's gonna ask you if you want to continue the last attempt. I'm gonna say yes, I want to continue. And as you can see, this is just how you left it. These 3 are answered, these 17 are not. And if you go down,
That's
all the information still saved, but person 4 is still blank. So I'm gonna go in now, and I'm gonna put Jaleesa Doe because I went to their. They invited me for dinner.
Family reunion.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that was their auntie.
Okay.
So yeah, you get the idea. That's the cool thing about being able to come back to your quiz at any time. And I think Kareem has a lot of questions.
Yes, we
to
have a lot of
answer.
questions, but it's more relative to the training itself, not your excellent teaching, Daniel.
Thank you.
Arlene Jones, if I witnessed in a juvenile center and 6 people were in attendance, does that count? And if yes, should I put them individually or as a group? Okay. You would put them in individually, right? Because in truth, remember, as we said, we want to use this section to get information about the specific individuals you witness to.
Right.
So, okay, so let's say Philip Davis Jr. asked, he said 2 questions. The first one, however, is when witnessing to a person, suddenly others join in. Do the others count as a part of the 20? Once we witness to the first 20, where's the option to record entries for the next 20? Okay, we'll get to that. Let me answer the first part. For example, you're witnessing to one person and 20 others join in, right? Okay, this is what you use to judge. This is what you use to judge whether you have truly ministered to this to these individuals
Mm.
when you can ask them for information
Okay.
because they've received your witnessing personally.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? It has to
Wow.
be on a personal level.
Yes.
It cannot just be a fly on the wall over there hearing your conversation,
Mm-hmm.
because then you're gonna try and pose a question. Can I have your name, number? You
Yeah.
know, um, well, hopefully we'll do it in the name of a ministry, not personally. Try
Mm.
not to use it for like a personal thing. You may mention that you're in a training or whatever, and you know, what I suggest is that um, you say it in a way where you let that person decide what they want to do.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? That's why it's not compulsory to have it. That having the number and the email address is really for you. We're not gonna have access to that. It's really for you to be able to stay in touch if you need to stay
Yes.
in touch,
So it's
right?
a
And
log.
yeah, it's a log. So if you see that person is willing, they want to stay in touch, they want that influence. It's not gonna be awkward. It's not gonna seem, they won't feel threatened or anything like that. Go ahead and ask them,
Mm.
if they're willing. You may want to refer them to your church. You may want to
Right.
give them a card. Always try to leave them with something that connects them to God,
Okay.
right? And so that's the purpose for that. For example, you may be witnessing and there's a young lady. It may not be expedient for me to ask that young lady for her number because she may get mixed signals about
Right.
my intentions.
Right.
And so we have to use wisdom in these situations. But yes, that's the whole point. You have to judge. Would I feel like I deserve to ask this person for their contact
Mm. Right.
information
Right.
based on how I witness?
Right.
So I may be witnessing to 6 people, and all 6 are engaged, listening to me. I'm speaking to them individually, though they're in a
Mm.
group.
Mm-hmm.
Then I can say yes. I'll put down those 6 names because I'll be able to actually say something about those 6 people.
Right.
But if there was someone a fly on the wall that's just overhearing, I really don't know how they responded or what they're thinking. They've never said anything.
Mm.
There's nothing that I can really use to say that.
Yeah.
So what do? I go to that fly on the wall and I witness to them personally. Then I can add them.
Okay.
Okay. Yes, because I witnessed to people who didn't want to give their number. Exactly.
That
They may
happens.
not want to give them their number. So that's not compulsory. That's when things are, when the ministry is really, the person is really receptive and they want to stay in touch.
Right. Right.
They want to stay in touch. And so this becomes a log for you to be able to always have it. Seeing that you're going to be on this platform for 40 whole weeks. You don't have to say, where's that pocketbook? And, where did I put that number?
Yeah.
No, it's right there in the log. I hope that answered your question, Alfred Brown, which was, what if I witnessed to a group of 30 persons?
She said yes. The answer to Arlene's question is okay for my question.
Okay,
too.
great, great, great. Eleanor Rance, and I think only you can answer this one. I'm visually impaired.
Mm-mm.
Is there a dark mode for your background? I can't see
Oh.
anything that is written on a light background. So
Actually.
she can't even see this training right now.
Oh no.
Yes.
Hmm.
And that's sad. We're sorry to hear about that because what we have been showing you in this training is the training platforms.
Right.
So it too is on a light background.
Right.
I really doubt that it
Yeah.
has that option for a dark mode. I'm sorry to say. Maybe what you can do is partner with someone that can help and assist you. Um, that way you can get on with the training. And I'm so glad because this training is not, as we keep on saying, it's not really about the course.
Right,
It's not
right,
really
right.
about the academics of what you're experiencing. the truth is we just need a platform. We need something to regulate and to create structure, and because you have to pass, we need to grade. And
Mm.
so that's really all that's academics about
Yeah.
this training. But it's really about doing something that our trainer shared with me concerning even the weekly witnessing
Uh huh.
is the part of the reason why it's a staple throughout the whole 40 weeks
Mm.
is not because of not because we just wanted to make the course like that,
Right.
but there's a mindset that's trying to be developed. She's trying to put a mindset in us that we are supposed to be witnessing even
Mm-hmm.
after this course.
Yeah.
She doesn't want us to treat it
Yeah.
just like a course. So this is an assignment.
Right.
My assignment is to witness to 20 people. But no, God gave you that assignment. In His Word, He said, constantly witness,
Yeah.
constantly preach, constantly share the good news. And so it's to really cultivate that mindset in you.
Yeah.
And to do that, we just said, okay, let's have it as a staple.
Yeah.
So you get the point. This is something you should always be doing, always be doing. And so grading helps ensure that you will do it, you
Mm-hmm.
know. And so let's remember it's not really about the academics. So however you can get your training, because you may not do too well with academics, but your gift is being cultivated, your
Mm.
gift is coming forth, you're moving on, you're pleasing the Lord, and that's what really matters. That's what really matters. And so as it relates to navigation and writing your assignments, get someone, get a friend, get someone that can help you out with that. But just make sure you're getting what you need to get from the training aspect, that you see yourself progressing in the word and in your gift.
Mm.
Okay. All right. I
So
don't
she
know.
said she's been doing with her sister.
Okay, that's awesome.
So she's asking who enters the people. We've had some awesome incidents, but we're together. Okay. Well, if you're together and you both minister to the same person, you
Mhm.
can enter them individually. Because
Exactly.
you had your own experience and she had her
Yes,
experience.
it cannot be a situation though where I'm just with you.
Right.
For example, this happens all the times when you go on the streets and evangelize. We may separate, right?
Right.
And Daniel goes and starts witnessing to a person, and I may not have anyone I'm witnessing to, so I
Right.
just come beside Daniel
Yeah.
and just stand there. No, I only am allowed to put someone's name if I minister to them personally.
Right.
You know, so it could be both of us, but I said something. I
Yeah.
said something to add to the ministry. Then and only then can I put down that person's
Right.
name.
But don't let that be a thing where that's the only way you're able to minister, because this
Yeah.
is putting you out there. It's getting you to take initiative and
Hmm.
start a conversation that you think may get awkward, but you're doing it in the name of God and you're trusting Him to take control. So it's exercise for you guys too.
Yes, yes, yes. Alfred Brown says, I'm thankful that God called this. Looking back, I realize the days are going and I need to give an account. So I see it as God helping us and those we will witness to.
Amen. Amen.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Whoa.
Alrighty, so we're gonna finish up.
Almost there.
Almost there, almost there. So we're still in the discipleship log. I'm just gonna go ahead and just pretend like I did all my 20 people.
Yes.
I'm gonna say finish attempt, and instead of just closing out or just navigating away from the page like I did last time, I'm gonna scroll down and say submit all. Let me see if I can get this bigger. Submit all and finish. Right here. Finish. Done. Confirmation. So it's making sure once you submit, you will no longer be able to change your answers for the attempt.
My word.
Are you sure you want to do this?
So make sure you got all 20 before you click that.
So if you're not sure, hit cancel and go back and check. But if you're sure and double check, hit submit all and finish. And that will be your submission. As you can see, the red ones mean over here, the red ones gonna mean that I'm not gonna get a grade for those. But yeah, so don't do that. So Yeah, so you'll see here you can review. So you'll always be able to come back and review. But as it so this is just a review now. So all you can do is click the purple button and say finish review, because that's all you're doing. Oh, where is it? Finish review right here. Finish review. I'm guessing it's gonna take me back to the home page. No, it's taking me back here
To the weekly witness.
to the weekly witnessing log, and it says it's not graded yet. So it's the onus is upon our wonderful staff,
Yes.
of course, administrators and volunteers that will grade these assignments.
Mighty.
But it does say when you finished it and the time you finished it,
Yes.
which is very important. There is a reattempt
There is.
that may not be on all your quizzes. So
it will not be.
it
on
will
all
not
your
be on
quizzes.
all your
It's
quizzes.
on this because this is the witnessing log.
I see. Gotcha.
Yep.
All right, so that's the weekly witnessing log, and we spent so much time on that because it's the format of a quiz.
Yes.
So if you notice, if you go back to Kareem's little shortcut and go to Unit 1, Week 1, because we're still in Unit 1. In Week 1, the next thing after the weekly witnessing log is the activity. And that is a full-fledged bona fide quiz.
Yes, but let me just explain. Activities can range from just a variety of things.
Yes.
It can be a quiz. It may be something like fast. You have to fast for 3 days, or
don't eat any food.
yeah. Okay. It could be read this. It could be
Yes.
various things. So that activity, don't just think quiz when you think activity. That activity for the week is that thing that's gonna get you really working your gift.
Exercise.
You know, but in the first couple of weeks we're really trying to get some just some doctrine into you, how to study the Bible. So we have to do some quizzes and things.
Yes.
But when we really get into the giftings, you're gonna see these activities are really gonna be different depending on the gift, and they're gonna be real activities, not just quizzes. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
But in this case, it is a quiz.
In this case, it is a quiz.
So I'm going to say attempt quiz now. Click it, big purple button. And it's going to ask me certain questions. Question 1, not yet answered. Marked out of 3. So this is a maximum of 3 points.
Before you go any further, Eleanor Rand says, I might initiate, then she may pray, or vice versa. I don't believe prayer counts as witnessing.
Right.
Right? To witness means you're sharing your experience of Christ.
Right.
Right? So really in that scenario, you witnessed and she just prayed.
Right.
So she can't put those names for witnessing.
Right.
She has to, because a part of the witnessing is learning how to articulate the gospel. Remember, this is a training, this is a ministerial
Yeah.
training. So it's not just about being there and saying something, but it's about being articulate, it's about being anointed even. You know,
Yes.
all of these things, it's about sharing the gospel, ensuring that you can share the gospel. So no, in that case, the prayer doesn't count. The prayer doesn't count. You have to be able to witness, because a prayer is between you and the Father. You're talking to the Father, right? And that person just benefits from your conversation with your Father.
Yeah.
But no, you need to talk to that person and share the Father with them. Share what the Lord is saying to them. Okay?
Alrighty.
Omar Johnson, I needed this because at times I get too complacent and caught up in work and other activities. Amen. God is faithful.
Alrighty, so we're at our quiz. If you look here on the right side, you're gonna see it's 5 questions. 5 questions.
Wow.
And this quiz. Okay, so the first question is marked out of 3. Question is, how many types of writings are found in the scriptures? Kareem is
No.
gonna tell you.
I will not tell you because it is your quiz. But anyway, anyway, you'll notice like this quiz, for example, the weekly witnessing long was there, the discussion was there, and everything's about witnessing, and then bam, a quiz is about writing styles.
Gotcha.
How, who, what, when, where, and why.
Was that the
right?
clue?
No. What you what this quiz is based on is the lesson download.
Ooh.
So you have to ensure that you really study that lesson download to be able to answer this quiz. So the quiz, don't worry, we will not quiz you on something we did not teach that week. So don't worry about that. It's gonna be in the whole scope of the week, but it could be anywhere. For example, in the lesson download. So go ahead and do what you gotta do, and I won't tell you the answer for that question.
25. So, next one is list the scriptures where faith is used in the Old Testament. This is Marcos 3 as well. So
Okay.
there are. Are there many?
Okay, we will not be doing this quiz right now. You get the point. You're gonna put your answers in. How do you submit?
How do you submit? Okay, so you go down to the bottom. You just take the photos of everything.
Exactly.
And you go to finish attempt once you finish your attempt.
So pretty much just like what we just showed them with the
Exactly.
witnessing log.
Finish attempt. There's 3 dots, so you'll be able to review
Mhm.
your quiz once you've submitted it. Question 1, answer saved. The other ones I was forbidden from answering.
That's
but
right.
you guys make sure you at least attempt it. You never know.
Remember, you get points for attempting.
Yes.
Yes.
So you can always return to your attempt, or you can say submit all and finish. Right here, purple button. Submit all and finish. Confirmation. Once you submit, you will no longer be able to change your answers for this attempt. Are you really, really, really sure? Yes, I'm sure.
For sure.
Sure.
Wow, we've been on for 2 hours.
Oh dear. Here's a clue. It's not 25.
Hello, take the answer out of the screen.
Okay, so yeah. So anyway, we're gonna go back. Okay, so that's it for your quiz, and we're gonna go back to Unit 1
Yes.
and see if there's anything else in Unit 1.
You will not find anything else.
There is nothing else in Unit 1. So that's it for Unit 1. If you continue to scroll down, you will see Unit 2. And then you'll see a lot of the same things. You'll see your
Yes.
attendance module, your weekly live session where you click the little triangle and press play and it plays a session. You'll also see a quiz here and the weekly witnessing log all over again. Kareem also did another video. So in this one, you're going to see 2 videos. Thompson Chain Reference Bible Workshop. Make
the
sure you watch that. And go down and there's another discussion forum. So pretty much all that we've covered is all the different ways that you'll have to interact with this site.
Yes.
Forums, quizzes, logs, videos, attendance. All of these that we've covered today, you just keep seeing them repeating all over the site.
Awesome.
Amen.
And I have nothing else to say.
Neither do I.
God is great.
Amen. I really hope this has been informational to you. This is going to be posted back inside of this forum.
We have a question. It says,
Oh.
so we are not using the Moodle app at all.
Okay, so here is the thing. The Moodle app. Okay, so on the first video, I would have shown you something. I would have shown you how to get into this platform in several different ways. So, one of the ways is to, well, you open a new tab and you're going to go to this website. This website, I'm not sure if it's going to be big enough, but this website is marybanks.net/GTC. And it's going to take you in here. But the thing is, I'm already logged in. You remember, I'm logged in from Sons.Training. Here's the Tor thing again. Let's close it. So I'm already logged in. So I can just pick up where I left off. I can click on this icon and go right in, and it's gonna take me back to everything, everywhere I was. So that's another way to get in there. Um, but the Moodle app. Okay, so the Moodle app is something that we haven't been pushing lately.
Yeah, the Moodle app is simply another means by which you can access this same platform.
Right.
I love the Moodle app because it because of its design, everything it just looks the same.
Right, right,
You
right.
know, and it's easy to navigate, even easier than what we just showed you. So we, as Daniel said, we haven't really been pushing the app because you can already access the platform from your phone through your browser.
Right.
By doing everything we just showed you. But if you need um, like just directions on the Moodle app, I feel like because of how that it's laid out, I feel like the help desk will really help with
Okay.
with the Moodle app. But so if you have specific questions concerning the Moodle app, let us know. But as Daniel said, we really haven't been pushing that as a main um, access point. But
Yeah.
you can use it if you so.
Okay, just to be fair, I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to do this.
Mhm.
Probably not. Your phone, maybe.
Okay, you're gonna show.
I'm gonna cast it to the screen. Is that
Okay,
okay?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna try and do this. I'm gonna try and pull this up on your screen for you to see. Ooh. Okay. So
Hey,
here is Kareem's phone. Do you have the Moodle app already?
I believe so. Type in Moodle.
Okay. Here's the thing. If you don't already have the Moodle app, you go to your app store, both Android and
Place.
Play Store. So you go to the App Store. Okay, Kareem has a million apps. So I'm gonna go to the App Store right here.
This is so cool.
Okay, so I'm gonna down in the bottom. Let me get out the way. Down in the bottom, I'm gonna hit search. That's all the way down in the bottom right hand corner, and I'm gonna search for an app called Moodle. Moodle. I'm gonna hit search, and the first one with a white box and an orange M with a cap on it is the Moodle app. Sorry if I can't get this any bigger, but that's it for the Moodle app. That's how you see it on the Moodle app. So if you want, you can install it, and once it's installed, you're gonna see this button that says open. So I'm gonna open it. Now Kareem is probably already logged in.
Am I?
Is he? Okay, he's already logged in, so I'm gonna log him out.
Excuse me?
So I'm gonna go down to the bottom right hand corner, click those three lines. I think, yes. And then down the bottom I'm gonna hit log out. So I'm logging him out so I can log in. So once he's logged out, I'm gonna just delete his whole thing. Well, no. Okay, so in the bottom right hand corner, you see that little orange circle down there? I'm gonna hit plus, and it's gonna ask you for your site address. So somebody asked this before, what is your site address? Your site address is actually www dot, same thing we did before, marybanks.net/GTC, and click connect. Alright, so get that, www.marybanks.net/GTC, and it's gonna log you in to the Moodle platform. The same platform, it's just a different way to get it on your phone. Alright, so this is exactly what you're seeing on the screen. Username and password. Now, if you haven't been using the marybanks.net, it's gonna be difficult to get in here, but you can give it a shot. Your username will be your username.
let's say it was Dchen. And my password, if this is your first time logging in through this method, your password is gonna be change me. Change me. CHANGEME. That's the password. Um, or if you're already logged into the GTC and it asks you to change your password, then put whatever you change your password to in here.
Make sure it's all common for the change.
All lowercase, yes. And I'm gonna hit login. And it's probably not gonna work because that's not my password. So put whatever your password is in there, and it will let you. It will let you in, and your user experience is gonna be pretty much the same. Do you have your login? You want to show them?
I hope. Hey, I'm not sure. Nope, I don't have mine. Nope.
No.
Mm-mm.
Okay, so yeah, cause we really weren't planning to cover the Moodle app.
There you go.
So here we go. He's logged into his Moodle app, and it has different sections. But you're gonna be looking for that blue icon, which you see here, Sons.Training Discipleship 101. You're gonna click it. It's gonna take you to the course. So this is how the course homepage looks in the Moodle app. I hope I'm not losing anybody right now. This is just the Moodle app. It's a different way to get on. It's completely optional. You don't have to go this route, but some people do prefer having an app on their phone.
Yes.
So it's gonna be the same. You see an introduction section. Under it, you have announcements, course information and overview. You have the video below it. You can click on the video. You have your help desk, your course journal. It's the same. So you can use the same principles we covered in this video and navigate this.
Yeah, so all you do is click the names of each section. For the attendance, there's no circle, but there's a check box.
Yes.
So you just click the check box. Woo. Loading. I'm not sure if I. Oh, there we go.
Ta-da!
It's checked. Yes. So the same thing you do for same thing that we just showed.
Exactly. It's just using your phone or using a different platform.
Yeah. Yeah. I like it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thanks
So-
for everything. I'm all set. Good night, AJ.
Woo. Awesome.
Amen. Everyone's understanding.
Awesome.
Just to say out loud, I know I put it in the comment section. But the question was, what is the URL? It is www.marybanks.net/GTC. So that's Marybanks, www.marybanks.net/GTC. And that's all, folks.
That is all. We gotta get up before YouTube kicks us off.
Yes, yes.
And I know it's a little late.
Yes.
So we're gonna call it a night. We really hope this has helped. If not, help desk. We're
Help
gonna be
desk.
in the help desk. Us and all our facilitators
And
to answer
all
the
of your
questions.
peers.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, that's it for this session. If you know other people that are struggling or have questions, you can show them this video or point them to the help desk. And guys, seeing that you, the viewers right now, you're the ones with the knowledge. Help us spread it to everyone else. So if we said something that you didn't know before and someone else doesn't know it, share it with them.
Yeah.
Share it with them. So that this course can really be a success in everyone's experience.
Exactly.
Amen.
So we are really hoping this has helped. I
Yes.
believe it has.
Me too.
But that's all for tonight. We'll see you again on Monday.
A question: does the app have a dark background? Using a tablet is easier for me than a computer.
We can check that out and we'll get back to you.
Yes, we'll get back to you personally concerning that.
But we have a better chance at that, I believe.
Yes, I believe that too. I believe that too. Well, guys, we pray that you enjoy your discipleship 101 experience. I want to encourage you all. Just go all in, hold back nothing.
Yes.
You know, I believe that this training is a type of training where you just have to forget about your view of yourself and
Mm-hmm.
determine that you're going to be what God has called you to be.
That's
And I
right.
just want to encourage all of you to just go in and trust God with this course. Some of you may feel a little intimidated by the whole course title and the whole grading. It's not about that. It's not about that. It's
Yeah.
about your gift coming forth and you becoming the minister that God has called you to be. So I want you to stay encouraged, stay excited, stay on top of all of your assignments, you know, and help spread that excitement with the others that are taking this course. Amen.
Amen.
Once again, I'm Kareem Flowers.
And I'm Daniel Chen, your course
Yes,
facilitator.
we are your course facilitators, and you can, you know, reach out to us through the help desk, and we'll be there to help you. So we'll see you for a class on Monday. God bless you. God bless you.
Bye, guys.
Bye.